Alright, I ordered some wire for my coil winder and waiting for that, for all of it to show up. And so I just put it on the shelf, and I'm going to take a break from that. And I started working on my Hoglet engine that I redesigned. Um, this is what it's going to, hopefully what it's going to look like. I got it on a 3D PDF here. I think I can hide, I don't remember how to hide the pieces, so you can look inside, but anyway, I got two halves of the lower end casing, or case, roughed out, and now I'm going to go, I've got two 3/16 dowels holes roughed in. That'll be the alignment dowels, and I'm going to set up and bore the 1/2 inch hole through. That'll be for the crank, and then I'll end up setting it up on knee, clamping it to a knee, and finishing where the cylinders are going to sit. They're going to be at 42 degrees, just like the Hoglet. And yeah, I'll have to take a cleanup cut on this side and this side both. There's a little bit of mismatch between the two when I machine them. But anyway, that's what I'm doing today, just messing around, working on this. Like I say, the coil winder, I'm waiting for some stuff, and then plus I ordered some more electronic stuff for buzz coil and some other things. So anyway, that's going to be setting for a while. I'm going to work on this engine now instead. I've been wanting to, I worked on that over the summer, redesigning it and getting it the way I wanted it to look, and so now I'm going to go ahead and try to build it. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. Okay, I dialed in the inside of the case, and then I wanted to double check to make sure that my spindle is 90 degrees to the to the bottom, or to the inside of the case, or to the, it's actually even the outside. So anyway, I wanted the holes to be perpendicular, so that when I put the other side of the cover on, of the other side of the lower end on, and bore through here, that they're in line, in a straight line. So so now I'm ready to put the hole in on this half, and once I do that, I'll bore that hole in there for the crank bushing, and I'll put this on top in spot, line up the dowels, and then bolt that down, and then bore that through there. That's the plan anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and drill and bore that hole. Okay, got both of the holes bored through, so I can take it out. So go over here to the surface plate. I'll get my little tripod here. And we'll put you in. And you can see here, I don't have anything. Do I have anything that's a 1/2 inch? That one, yes. It's a 1/2 inch spot drill, and slides in right on through, just like I want. No slop. So actually, I'm not going to take it apart. I was going to take it apart, but I'm going to go ahead and set a knee up, and then set this up, and then swing in. I'll swing in the center and bore and swing in the center of the pin, swing in the center of this, and then bore that. It's a 1 3/16 diameter through here, through the top, and then 42 degrees over, and do the same thing over on that side. And then flip it around, dial that in, and then there's a hole pattern in the back side here that has to get mounted for the cam box, because I'll have a cam box on it. Look here on the screen, it's right here. I'll have to I'm not used to 3D PDFs, but basically this block gets mounted, and it has a hole pattern. I can't remember what the hole pattern was underneath. Wish I could remember how to hide a part. Not proficient on 3D PDF in Adobe. Yeah, there's the parts. Does it highlight the one that I pick? I think so. Ah, yes. Well, that's not, I want to hide the top here. That one. So, where's that one at? Oh, right there. That one, I'll bet. Yep. So there's what the cam box looks like underneath. And it'll have this hole pattern in. I should probably make that first before I put the hole pattern in over here. That way I can put it on the shaft and line up the flats with the cylinders, the cylinder flats, and then put the hole pattern in. That way everything's clocked correctly. It's been a while since I looked at this thing. Oh yeah, then the Hall effect sensor and stuff will go right here, mount on that, and then move back. I'll be able to set my timing and stuff. Oops. So, yep. And there's the two magnets. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. Gonna go ahead and set up a knee on my mill. I got to burr it first. Set up a knee and get it set up for the hole up on top for the cylinder. I'll get started on the very first cylinder hole. So I'll go pull the vise off and set that up. Maybe I can do it on the end of the mill, on the end of the table. So I'm going to go ahead and work on setting that up. Catch you later. Okay, I didn't take the vise off. I just clamped my knee in the vise and clamped it on face and dialing it in. I dialed in the flat across and then took a nice little cleanup cut on it. And now I'm dialing in the center line of the crank, and I got the indicator on the shank there. Let's turn the light off over here. And so I've got it there, and then on the high side, I got it on the high side of the pin. So we're just about a half a thou above, right there. So then we'll come around to the other side without touching the indicator. And get it kind of situated here. Try to loosen the brake and pull the handle down on the quill with one hand here. Okay. Right about there. So, looks like we're about a half a thou from being exactly on center, so I'm going to call that good. I'm going to call that good right there. So now what I need to do is swing in so I can get it on the center of the two. I'm going to deburr this edge because I feel there's a little bit of a little tiny burr on there. I'll grab a burr quick. Grab a burr quick here and just... There, that's better. So now we want to pick up the center this way. Oh, I'll crank this out. I'm going to set you down here while I crank that out. I just kind of eyeball it. I know that was on the high spot of that pin where it's sitting right now. So if I put that on the seam here or damn close, it should be pretty close. Right about there. Alright, so now we'll swing the indicator around. Get the needle situated. And let's see, you're not going to be able to see the indicator, are you? So let's see if I can put you on a taller tripod here. And now it's too tall, so we'll lower you down. And kind of far away now, really. Let's see if I can get you a little bit. The zoom doesn't work really well on this camera, so I'll try to zoom in, but the zoom doesn't work all that well. That's about it right there for the zoom. Actually, you can see it better that way. Alright, so I'm just going to push the indicator in and swing it back and forth and get a zero reading. Right there. Alright, we're right on zero there. And let's swing it around. Looks like I'm off. Looks like I wasn't looking at the seam. So we'll try it again. Bring it down. Get it in there, touch. Find the zero. Pick up that surface. Okay, so that's zero there. Swing it around. Buckling my indicator. I'm still a little too far off. Keep going back and forth until I get it right. Find the surface as zero. Straight across. Alright, looks like about 5 thou off. Zero here. Zero right there. Swing it around. Not touching. There you go. A little bit. I'll get there. Take some practice. I haven't done this in a while, I guess. Apparently. Eyes kind of failed me there. Alright. Okay, I got zero back here. And should have zero here. Actually, we're 1 thou. So I'm gonna move it that half thou. Try to get that a half thou. Whoop. Okay, so there's zero. Yeah. Messed up my indicator. Yep, I moved my indicator needle. I bumped it into the edge too hard. That's one thing, if you don't have a big chamfer on the edges and you're coming in, you can bump the indicator into it too hard and move it. Okay, there's zero. Oh yeah, and there's zero there. I'll show you. Up here. Let's reset the zoom back if I can. But there's a zero right there. Now we'll move up, swing it around to the back, and then try to not cooperating here. Okay, back on the surface, and what do we got? Damn close to zero there, within a couple tenths. So that's on center line of the shaft and the center line of the tube, so it's ready to bore the hole in it. So I will start out with probably just a 1/2 inch cotton drill. So it's got a 1/2 inch collet in there. It's got to go to 1 3/16 inches diameter. So since I got a 1/2 inch spot drill right there, and we'll stick that in the collet. And we'll go. Okay, I'm going to go to low range. Get my light out of the way of the handle here. Take this handle off the vise so I don't inadvertently loosen the vise up. I've done that before. I had everything dialed in and then loosen the vise up and go, oh shoot. We're just going to poke this. Hopefully I'm just going to poke this spot drill right on through. Carefully. There we go. And I think I have an inch drill, maybe. I know I had a couple big drills. Well, I got a 13/16 here. I don't have many of these drills anymore. Kind of gave them all up. And they come in nice though. They come in handy. They come in handy so you don't have to do so much boring. If they cut decent. I see it wiggling. Putting too much pressure on it. I think I'm gonna take and bore that. So I don't want to move that around. End up moving it out of there and losing my dial in. So we need to put the boring head in. Change collets. There's a whole pattern too to hold the cylinder on. That has to be put in too at the same time here. Okay. Let's see if I can find a boring bar. I made a lot of boring bars already. Seems like every time I work on something, I make another boring bar. These here are bought. I don't know if I can get that in there without. I don't want to move the table. This one. All right, we'll go with that one then. We'll go with that one. Moving your knee up and down too, you can lose your settings unless you know for sure that your back ways are absolutely parallel to the spindle. It's not a jig bore, so guess what? They're not. I mean, they are damn close, but they're not. They are not absolute 100% parallel. Wrong. And turn this around to there. Get that point, right orientation. And I don't want to take that big a cut, so we'll back her off. And we'll start right there. And set my feed to 1. And make sure I'm in gear. Yep. All right. That's a little fast for that boring head. I'm gonna slow the RPMs down. I changed belts. I don't have variable speeds. My variable speed is changing the belt. which once you get used to it, it's not that bad. That's how I started in the shop. That's all they had. They didn't have variable speed. That's better. And put that engaged. Okay. And we're off and running. Let's see, I can't remember, I think it's 50 thou on, yep, 50 thou on per crank, so I'm going to take 100 each time. So that's 50, a 50 thou cut on the wall. Ooh, I didn't like that. Why did it do that to me? Just, this boring bar must be a little dull or something. Ease off on the, just go half, only half of that. And I do have it on the slowest speed. Yeah, I dropped the ring down that time. Because what happened was the ring popped up there and caught on the boring bar. So we'll go just a 25 thou on each cut here. That's actually 50 thou in the diameter. I think that should be, I think it just cleaned up the 13/16. We're at kinda, yeah, we're at 812 right now. $862. This is high quality aircraft aluminum. I don't know how many times I hear that on the TV and I laugh all the time. It's 7075 T651. Let's see, that would be 69, that'd be 9, yeah, I gotta go 187 beyond an inch. This isn't real critical as long as I get close, because I'm going to make the cylinder sleeve, or the cylinder that fits in there, so whatever I end up with, that's what I'll make it. That's one of the things I like about this stuff, is you can fudge a number and make it up somewhere else. You don't have to. Where I work, you couldn't do that. There's a lot of stuff that you had to have that half thou, and sometimes they tried to go 2/10, but yeah, right. Cat's driving me nuts. Okay, I am gonna go check it now with a snap gauge. Snap gauge out. Okay, got a snap gauge here, and we'll try to get a reading. All right, get my 1 to 2 mic. I think I have my 1 to 2 mic out in several years. Should be about 1'50", I think. Actually, 1'65" is where I'm at. 1'65". And I'm going to go to an even number this time. I'm going to go all the way around to the 0 and then check again. That way I can adjust from there. Alright, now we'll take another reading. It should be pretty close to 75 now. About 110 to go. These thin walls like this, or thin areas like this, is kind of sometimes hard to get a decent reading because it wants to slip off on you, slip in the hole, or because you got to get it off-centered and then drag it through. Yeah, I did it right the first time. I think I got it that time. We're actually 1" 100. So I'm going to go 50. And that should give me about a 30 thou cut for finish. A little bit of chatter, but that's not that bad. And check it again, just to make sure. Like I say though, this is really not a critical because I'm going to be making the mating part and I'll make it whatever. It is 151. 1" 151. 36 thou. So we'll just go take the whole amount. 10, 20, 35, 36. And that should be Good enough. Good enough. Okay, so now we got to put the hole pattern in around it. I'm thinking about making a jig for it. Just a jig with a plug that I can just put it on and drill the holes. Matter of fact, I think I'm just going to think about it overnight. I'm going to stop for today and call it good. Leave it where it's sitting. Tomorrow I'll decide whether I'm going to put those holes, put those holes in, and then I'll do the other side exactly the same as what I'm doing here. And from there, it'll be making that the cam box, I think. I'll make the cam box next. And round up material for the cylinders. So, until then, catch you later.